So, you're going to try this YouTube thing. So am I. I'm just 6 weeks into this and handful of subscribers, and it's a hoot. But if you're doing this, you're probably watching a lot of videos, trying to learn a thing or two, and get yourself ready to go. My suggestion is you're already ready. Just do it. But I'm going to caution you about something. You have probably seen all your life on television and heard on the radio voices of professionals. And you're going to probably try and want to sound like that. And you might get disappointed when you don't. But here's the difference. These professionals have done everything they can to learn how to do their job. Some of it is a talent it's easy for them to pick up. Some people get so scared when they look into a camera lens. And people that don't do well right away. Whereas the people that get scared, they have to put those fears aside, but they eventually catch on if they want to pursue this as a career. The one thing you can do that's probably going to mess you up a little bit is if you try to imitate somebody else. Now, famously here in North America, we've had a couple of announcers, did you hear that? Did you hear me just slur all that together? A couple of announcers that are ingrained in our heads. If you're of a certain age, you remember the voice of Saturday Night Live, which was Don Pardo, and Gary Owens, who was on Laugh-In. I believe it was Laugh-In. And Don Pardo's voice was synonymous with that television show. And Gary Owens would always put his hand to his ear like he's holding his earpiece in, and he would deliver speech in this caricature of a broadcaster. Now, he was a broadcaster, but he amplified it a bit, and it became a caricature, and it was hilarious. But it was also true. But don't do that. Don't emulate those guys in that way. Don't copy them. Don't think that's what a broadcaster sounds like. And for the love of all that is holy, do not try to be like your wacky morning zoo people that you hear on your radio stations in the morning. That's a format. That's actually a format that radio stations decide to use or not. And, they know how to do it with the zany sounds and all that. Don't. Unless you want to do that. And there are people that do it and do it well. But if you're of a certain age, it's going to look a little silly. Unless that's what you want to do for the next however many years you want to pursue YouTube. But learn from these folks. I'm trying to, because, as I did, I slurred a few words together. And hand to God, haven't had a drink. Seriously, it's just the way I talk. I'm a lazy talker. When you're not on television, we all are. And I would say, here's a little thing somebody told me. If you want to sound better to a microphone, think of yourself as you're talking to a non-native English speaker. So if you're talking to somebody who has learned English, sometimes if we want to communicate with them better, we will make our words a little more distinct and easier for them to understand. Now, I think talking that slow to a camera on an entire YouTube video would be a little annoying and monotonous, but you kind of get the point. And even me, again, I work in broadcasting, but not in front of a camera and not behind a microphone. This is a first for me, and I'm finding it really enlightening. So if you go with that and learn from people without copying them, you're going to do just fine. In fact, even if you do just you without even trying, with maybe your regional accent, your isms that you picked up from your parents. I know in parts of the world or in the country, in parts of North America, we sound different. The Canadians have their thing. The Southern Americans have their thing. I know people that cannot wash a car. They wash a car. That's how they talk. My parents were originally from Delaware. They don't say Hawaii, they say Hawaii. And they don't say potato, they say potato and tomato. I don't know where they got that from, but that's what they sound like up there. I've been in Florida most of my life, so this is me. Anyhow, good luck on this journey. Learn, but don't copy. I think you're going to be just fine. I'm out of here.